Mike Vanderpool here. I do a whole bunch of different stuff, building a company around game design, innovation and design, data, basically nerd stuff when it comes to both fun and games and work. Um, Probably a better way to say that, but that's good enough for a Christmas Eve. I went and played through the original Legend of Zelda again as just kind of nostalgia for myself. I play through it every so often, especially when I need a brain break. But I'm also working on a game design class. So what I wanted to do was take the original Legend of Zelda and play through it, creating content, but then also giving me something for what I'm doing today, which is going to be start breaking down some of the dungeons and levels to talk through level design and how we do things, right? So one of the best ways to learn about how something works is to deconstruct something that's working. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a tool called Lucid Charts, and I'm going to create a diagram of some of the dungeons. Specifically today in this one, I'm just going to do the first one, Zelda-NES. This is level 1. I'm going to do some of these today, and here is my Zelda walkthrough. Legend of Zelda, level 1. Ooh, I put in these chapters, these bookmarks. Look at that. That's awesome. So this is all the pre-stuff that you have to do. And then let's go ahead and come into here and the walkthrough of level 1. Wow. So we're going to use shapes over on the right side of the screen here. And I'm probably going to go slow and talk you through some of what I'm doing in Lucid Charts. For those of you that don't know how to use it, it's a really cool tool. I'm embracing it for a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. Oh, also upper right corner here, StreamYard. What's up? Powered by StreamYard. I'd love to have you sponsor me, please. Or I'm going to have to pay for you. So this is the entrance to level 1, and every dungeon of level 1, the dungeons in Legend of Zelda, the rectangles, they have doors on potentially have doors on all 4 sides. They have enemies inside of them. They have different types of enemies inside of them. They have trap doors, secret switches. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to come together, but we'll try to figure this out. And it was the goal here is to be able to display this map visually so we can talk about it, deconstruct it further. Well, what we're going to do right now is deconstruct it for its properties and how those properties are connected. And then we're going to talk about the level design as you would move through the level and the choices that the designers made, and then the choices that we might make differently as we start thinking about designing our own levels. So I'm going to take these dungeons and we're going to come over here to the tool in Lucid Charts, and I'm going to use the flowchart tool here for the most part. We'll start with this. And again, this is just a rapid prototyping bias towards action. I'm probably going to redo this for this level once I've gone through and done them for all of the other levels. So every level that I do here like this will be an opportunity to edit that, watch it back, learn from it to figure out how I might do the next one better. So this one, if it feels off the cuff, it's just 100% because it is. I'm just kind of pulling stuff out of my hair as we go forward here. But this is a room. This has doors on all 4 sides. This is the first room. So let's just call this entrance. Right? That makes sense. I guess the better term for this is probably the lobby, since externally would be the entrance. But yeah, there are entrances on all 4 or doors on all 4 sides. One obviously goes backwards. And maybe let's just do this for S's and G's right now to show you simply how this would work. We have this is the overworld. That's what we call the outside world. And then this is the I don't want to call it room. I don't want to call it entrance because the entrance would be on the outside of the overworld. But this is this. Let's just call this first room, because that's really what it is. That's the first room that you start off when you go. So why should we get tricky with the language? Let's call it what it is. We can always go back and again revise that later. Not going to spend a whole bunch of time looking for the perfect word here, but I feel like that is a fairly appropriate word. So I took 2 items from over in the flowchart section here over on the left side of the screen, drug them into the screen. And then by hovering over some of the nodes on these elements, I was able to connect them with an arrow that would say, okay, you go from the overworld to the first room. Technically, you can go both ways with this, right? Technically, you could go both ways with this. So if I wanted to, I think that there's a way to change the arrow endpoints. And yes, we could do something like that. Because you can go in from, through that door. It's not a one-way door. Now, does that make sense? We'll see. We'll see. That's good enough for now. But it was cool because we just saw that if we need to, we can change the look of other doors, or we can change the label for other doors to give a visual indicator as to some of its functionality. Like maybe that might be a locked door or an unlocked door. Yeah, let's get this mapped out, and then we'll make it work, and then we'll make it work better, as my good friend Jerry Schnepp used to say. So in this scenario here, or probably still does say, I don't know why I typically go to the left in most of my dungeon exploration first. And what this does is we have a new room here all by itself. This was a open door, correct? I believe that was an open door. So if it's an open door, maybe we're going to take and draw an arrow from here to here. And then we would use the la-di-da-di-da-da-da-da-da. I mean that, right? That's kind of a cool little indicator. I mean, that's the best indicator out of those that says it's an open door. Now, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to do that every time because I think the majority of the doors are open. Ooh, what was that? Hover, double click something. What? Double click to add text. Huh. So I could put in like an icon in here to put something in there. I just learned something new. That's kind of cool. So, but these two rooms are connected for right now. What should we call so what are the properties that we want to identify in a room? Let's think about this. The level itself has its own color. Every room in the dungeon is the same color. So the color is a global property. We can set that one place. Like dungeon features, something. Ooh, what is that? Diagram key. Oh, nice. I've never seen that one before. So color, that's not what we want to do. The number of doors, those are going to be indicated by these levels. But enemies, right? Enemies is going to be a huge variable in every single room. And in this case, we have keys, and then we have 3 of them. 33rds, 3. We have 3 keys. That's awesome. And then this is an interesting place though, because this, I believe, is a conditional, right? This room has a key inside of it, but that key is not released until you defeat all 3 keys. So how would we define that here? We have a keys, and then we have a key. You cannot hit enter in. So this almost has to be like an array and some identifier between. We'll do a comma between our elements, and we'll do with a key here. I don't know if we can indicate the conditional. How would we indicate the conditional from this? Keys is a function is equals a key. Is that the best language to use here for this way to identify that? I mean, what's the real point here? I think the real point is to start establishing patterns and using code to define to be able to talk through our maps. So we don't have to have so much written language, right? We'll be more efficient with our language. Is that good enough code for right now? 3 keys equals a key. I thought maybe just equals might work as well. Or instead of that, because I think that is an arrow function in JavaScript, I think. I can't remember. I'd have to talk through. I wish, Manav, would you show up, please? Would one of my code friends show up and help me out with this? What should we do? That's good enough for now, right? Again, don't overthink it. You do have the option of bombing walls in this game. and having secret openings. But I don't think that this room has them. Pretty sure I'm like 99% sure that it doesn't. We go back into the first room, and now we're going to go over to the room over on the over here. And oh, hold on a second. Slow down, Cletus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Stalfos. Okay. You know what? We didn't track yet, and we'll think about this in a second. So this room, these two are connected here. Again, the connection should really just be nothing. I wonder if I could set up the default, right? We don't need even this front arrow on those. Doesn't make sense. Those are just connected rooms, connected rooms. No obstructions, no nothing, no one to the other. So these arrows are meaningless. Same here, right? We just had to add one. In this case, we're taking away one, but if we could make the default none, I think we'd be in an okay position. So we'll have to see if Lucid App we can make it default. This is another thing too. If you're watching this and you know how I can do this better, oh, for the love of all things good and holy, please hit me up, okay? Please, please, please just hit me up. We like to party. We like to party. And then the Stalfos here. So was that a key? So it dropped a key. Let's see. This is funny. So we get a different situation. In this place, Stalfos, there's 5 Stalfos, and a Stalfos gives you a key. In this situation, a Stalfos, random Stalfos gives you a key. Oh no, we would do it like this. We would do Stalfos 4, separator. We'll use comma for the separator here. I think that makes sense. Does that make sense? At least for now. And then Stalfos 1, same thing over there of a function that releases a key. Game Maker's Toolkit released a video an hour ago. We're definitely going to check that thing out. Are we killing that last? Yep. And again, there's nothing to bomb here, but okay. One thing that we should talk about is the rooms have different layouts. I mean, they're all square and they're all different door, whatever the door pattern and everything else, but like the blocks in the middle and the parts of the room here, right? That only matters other than for the strategy of how you fight enemies, which is important, super important. It's a variable that we definitely have to have at some point. The global variable here, or the name of the variable is room type. No, it's room layout. Yeah, so room layout is a global variable. How do I drag? Oh, I drag text. I can double click on it. And then we said, that's not really a very global variable, is it? Room type. So I'm going to do this as room dash type. That is, each of these will also have a room type, a variable associated with it. But we're not going to track that now because it doesn't really matter for what we're doing. Well, there'll be a subset of this because there'll be a room type plus a code for, yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that works out because we'll have the room layout. No, I said room layout, dude. So we have the room layout. And then we'll have what can be triggered, the switch in that layout, which is part of the layout. So we'll figure that out soon enough once we run into it. La da da da. Do you see how many decisions, how much thinking we're having to do? And we're not even into this yet. We're not even into this level yet. We've gotten 2 keys, but this is what's awesome. I never really realized this until now, and this is why I love doing this. You can come here. It's from the very jump. There's options. You have options go each way, and each way is going to present you with another option. Think about it. You come into this first room. Your options are, you have 3 options. Go back. We're just going to go back out of the equation for right now. You have 2 options. Go left, go right. You go left, you get a key. You go right, you get a key. You have no other option from there then but to go back to that main room. But immediately now you're presented with another option. Should I explore the room that I didn't check out, or should I use this key? From the very freaking beginning of these levels, man, it is just right there. Decisions, decisions, decisions. And if you have a game where players have to continuously and constantly be making decisions, that's a fun, engaging game. Right? Like watching a cutscene, while it may be cool, it's not engaging. You get to make no decisions. In this situation here, obviously there's exceptions to that. In this situation here, for a 2D game with limited memory, the amount of engagement you have in this and the freedom that is implied by the ability to make decisions, going back and talking to the video that I did on the decision games, the choose your own adventure books, right? Decisions, 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 that's engagement. So if we want to drive any type of engagement with an audience, work with them to make decisions. Help them make decisions. What do you want to do? This is what we're being asked to do. This is what we have to do. What do you want to do in order for us to be able to do what we want to do within what we need to do? And that goes into, personal goals, company goals, alignment, like just figuring out how our motivations and purposes can align is really, really cool. And I think we can do that with games probably better than anything else. Anyway, I can talk, but let's get back into this level. So this room here that's coming up next is a locked room, and it requires a key. So really, this is a decision. If key, probably all we need, because if you have the key, then you can go forward, right? Like, I don't think we really need to overthink that. And we'll go 4, so we're equal spaced, right? Does that make sense? Or should we visualize this differently? Because that's a lot of real estate. Think about how much real estate that we're taking up here. If we say if the key, and that would be maybe, yeah. See, that's not good too, because now there's a whole bunch of fixing up you got to do there. Well, no, yes, no, that makes sense. Duh. I mean, this is flow charting. The only other option would be, and we can look at this side by side. I'll just copy this stuff. The only other option here might be is if we were to get rid of this and use something like a arrow on this side to say, I mean, that closed, that would indicate a locked door, or would that indicate an open door? I mean, that looks open, but that, I don't know. Anyway, as long as we're consistent, ultimately the legend will be okay. Now, which one is better? I guess that's my question here. And again, oh, look at what I'm doing, folks. I'm working with you to make a decision. The one on the right or the left. Can I get you more real estate to look at this? Kind of like this, man. My only confusion is what means open and what means locked, because this visual here of the door being open, the black, matches the actual door being open in the game. So I'm almost thinking that this, if we go with this, should be, oh, whoa. What? You can scroll down? Let's go. Oh, what do these actually even mean? I mean, that's probably the best one because it actually looks like a key, although it's very hard to see. I mean, it doesn't look like a key, but it looks like something closed, but it's very hard to see. Design decisions, man, they're so hard. Does that kind of look like a key? Kind of hard to read. Draw that to there, and then we're going to change this to, I'm just going to go with that. That's blocked for now. I think I do like this better than this, but you know what? We're going to leave this here so we can always come back to it if we really want to and talk about it, since I'm the only one here. I mean, I could take a picture of that and say, which one do you like better? Okay, this room has Selphos. It's got 3 of them. And does it drop anything? So no, because that watch is part of just a normal drop. And then we come into the next room through an open door. If I could turn back time. There's gotta be a way to do this. Can I right click and set the default? Set default style. Let's go, Lucid. Thank you. I like it a lot. Here we go. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Stalfos. That should be a -5. Where's my nerd? I need my nerds here. I need a nerd here with me. And they do a key drop. And then I think this is a bombable wall here, Mike. Why didn't you bomb that wall? So from that room, you had a bing, 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 bing. A room here and a room here. And I believe both those were open, right? Yeah, we got to do that when we first go into a room and make sure. Look at that default styling. I love you. I love you. I love you. Control A. View conditional formatting. Let's create a rule. If text contains process, then color style, make it red for now. So I can see what I got to fix up here. If I start doing that, I don't want to get lost in the sauce, but that will tell me the red tells me I haven't been in that room. Now we come fully into this room. This room has a room on top, so we can pull that and run away. Why was that though, yo? Oh, because that's what it is. It's process. And then this is ding, 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 ding. Connect those two and then change this to that and because that's locked. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys. That probably makes more sense. That probably makes the most sense. We started with this. Let's see what happens next. So we kill the keys. Oh, we just went right through the door. How come we didn't kill all the keys? What if those keys have something, Mike? Now, how do we identify that? How do we identify what's going on in here? It's a question mark, right? It's a question mark because I don't know. I didn't finish that. And now, so we don't lose sight of that, I have to come in here and do view conditional formatting. I'm going to add another rule. If the text contains a question mark, then I'm going to change the style to add an icon. I can dig that. I can really dig that. That feels cool. We went up to this room here. This room has an open door going from here to here. And then this room has a closed door, but not a locked door. Closed door, but not a locked door. Got to make a decision because it's got to be something. Let's do that. The arrow. That's a key door. That's just a trigger door. So in this room, you got 3. Oh, what are the names of those things? I go to IGN.com for this. Here, I'll leave that up so people can see that. The URL and stuff. So I searched for Zelda, and we've got Armos, Blade Traps, Boulders, Bubbles, Dark Nuts, which became... What did they become in the next Zelda? Zelda 2, I'm going to play that. Oh, these are gels. Gels, they're small, weak, and annoying. Perfect. I wonder where that name came from because that's perfect. So here we go. We've got gels in here. We've got 3 of them. And then once you defeat the gels, no drop for the gels, and then you have a switch. You've got a switch. So really, I can do a comma and then switch. And then then that completely separates out the room layout from the switch, because you could have the room layout also indicate the switch location. And then this variable is just saying whether or not that room has a switch. We're working on this Zelda NES level design, and We came up here, 3 Stalfos. Now we're going to be in this room next. Let's go here. We're here. We come up here. We have the option to go right or left. We kill 5 Stalfos. We're going to get a key. And we'll come over here, and then there's going to be 3 gels and a switch. And if we hover over here, we can probably get to that point. There's a bomb wall coming up. That'll be fun. Oh, wait, that. Oh, hold on. Where did I get to? Oh, did I screw up or what? Did I die there? How long was I in this level for? We'll watch from here. I'm going to finish this up, then go edit a document, and then call it a good night. Good night. Yep, we're here now. I think for the first time. I think last time, or where we were at forward in the video is we were back at this room for the second time. So it drops the key. There's going to be 6 keys over here, and then we have a question block for... There's a locked door, and then there's a question block for something. Oh, because we didn't complete it. That makes sense. Here now we've got 3 gels. We'll defeat those, and then it's a switch, and we determine that the layout of the room would indicate where the switch was, and this was just if it had one or not. And now here we are in with a dude, an old man, and the old man says, eastmost peninsula is the key. Is it the key? Is the key? Is the secret? All right. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. So what would we... I mean, that's kind of cool, and they visually stand out. Also requires not us having a room type variable. No, because color, yeah. Color's not part of that variable, so it might still be true. So if we come in here and we're to do a conditional formatting, what if we add in the condition text contains OM colon, because you never know, you may have boom. We're going to make that, let's style that. And let's make it black. But then why? But the text is white. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Because I want that to be, I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, that tells you it's the black. I can dig that. Visually, I think that works. So then we head out of this joint. Go back here. That door relocks. So this is the place where, like, since it's a attribute of an object, relocks versus switch just doesn't relock. Here we come into here now, and this room has the map. It's got gel. One, two, three, 5 of them. Also has the map. Also has a room to the north. And then a room to the east. That room's connected by an open door. This room is connected. Disconnected. The writing's on the wall. Da, 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 da. This room is a locked door. So that the symbol for a locked door is that. We do now have a conditional because we want to be able to see the word map. So we'll come in here, select, view conditional formatting. I didn't see a hotkey for that yet. We'll come in here, text contains the word map. And should we put an icon? What are our choice for icons? Oh, we can upload custom icons. Text badge. Text source, custom text. What does that do? Surprise me, yo. Ooh, I can dig it, man. That's pretty cool iconography built into this thing. Okay. Cool. And then we play through here. I bet we go north. So yeah, this. Ooh, and I died. Oh yeah, dying's gonna suck. So you start all the way back at the beginning. Oh, this is a fairly big map. Room 1, room 2. See, how would you number the rooms? Would you even want to number the rooms other than just the primary key? Primary key is probably the only way that you want to do that, I think. There we go. Cool. Oh, so what was bombed? Oh, yeah, that was bombed. So this wall here, it died before I got the map? Well, I'm horrible. This is a bomb hole. And a bomb hole. And a bomb hole. I mean, that's it, right? Bomb hole. But it's really both ends. Bomb hole. Because you can, yeah, I guess. We'll see. I'm digging it. Much deeper than you originally think, right? Maybe not. But I mean, this is a simple level here. But deceptively not. I should be listening to what I'm talking about here. I should actually be listening to this in my cans and maybe letting you hear it too, right? There we go. So it was this room here. The map, go north. And then there are 3 Stalfos here, but again, we've got one with a key. So we do Stalfos 2 to indicate that we have 2. And then was it comma? And then it's comma. Stalfos 1 functions 2 drops a key. Yep. I don't think there was no bombability in this. It was a new pattern though. Oh, that is. Oops, hold on. I didn't do this right. Slowing down. Here we go. Come in here, and then you will have. This was a key door, so let's go ahead and draw our. There we go. Connect those 2. Which direction do they connect? Right. Let's delete it and try again, so we exactly know what's going on. Holy mackerel! Connect those 2, and then it was a key door, and our key door is that. We've got Gorias, but they're red. Okay, so now we've got another variable in. And there's a red and blue enemy type throughout this. So this is a Goria. Red. And that's the difference. Maybe. I think that's the way we're going to do that with the names, right? I think that makes the most sense. Integers are in parentheses. Strings are dashes. And then, but I think one of these drops, doesn't it? Oops, we're getting ahead of ourselves here because we want to put in the other room that you would go to here and the connection between this room and that room. So it did connect over there, I think, automatically. This would happen on the other one, and I would come in here, and that is another locked door. Yep, beautiful thing. Batman. Oh, and that does drop a key. So that does change how we write this, right? So it's going to be a 2, and I can already see where we're getting a little redundant, right? Or typing a lot to indicate same thing. Similar things, 2 similar things. But we'll see. We'll see how this all translates out. So the locked door then takes you to a trap room, and the trap's name, let's go back to IGN here. I think they're blade traps. Where's that at? Bing, 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 blade trap from IGN.com. Blade trap will attack you if we stand directly horizontal or vertical to it. This enemy can not be destroyed, but it can be blocked blocks. This enemy cannot be destroyed, but can be blocked blocks. So we have blade trap, and there's a space in the name. So this gets confusing too right now because we've got an enemy with a space in the name. Blade trap. And then we would get our 4. I think that's fine. Space in the name. Still a name. This can only be one object then. One object with string attributes and numerical attributes. That's it. And that's a dungeon or trap. Another design challenge, right? How do we do this? So it's a blade trap, but then it has a it's not a switch, it's stairs, right? We'll just say stairs. And then the layout will tell us where the stairs are. So this is like a switch. Switch and stairs are very, very similar. Now here we have a challenge. We have a room that is different from the rest of these rooms. Different. It is a side-scrolling, right? We'll take a look here. Not side-scrolling. Same. You come down here. What visual would be a good representation of this? Or should I just do a freaking... It's just another room. It's just another room. Am I overthinking it? I'm probably overthinking it. Let's just take this. It's going to have to be styled quite different. But this is item. This is an item. And this item is bow. Except that's going to be a dash. It's not a number. Rules are working well. Item, and it's a bow. Does that make sense? We'll keep it simple for now, and it follows the existing pattern. But now this room, so this is a room layout, but it's an item room. It has its own layout. Like these all have the same layout. It does have, they all have 4 keys in them. So that doesn't need to be put here. Is there anything different in this room other than that? There's not. So why does it have to be colored differently? It's not going to show up on the map. And we should give some identifier here, I guess. Oh, no, we have to. Because it's an important item, dude. And it should be an icon. Why am I being so silly here? Because I'm thinking about too many different things. Conditional formatting. Let's add if text contains item. We'll add the icon. Green check. Good. Let's make it a green check. See how that works. And that is a trap. The trap's indicated by the room. So now I'm using this twice. Well, the stairs. No, that's just a regular path. But that room's not on the map. But it's one of the best identifiers in the game of how you're going to get to where you're going to go and how you're going to move through the game is the location of the items. All right, let's get through this. So there's going to be a lot of backtracking here. How's my tea? Sorry if you can hear me drinking. Let's see if we can hear the game. I can't. I don't know if it shares that or not. I don't think so. So you'll have to go find that video. It's in the Zelda playlist. Okay. All right, so this is the key door, and we are here where we got the map. We didn't go to that room? Huh. All right, so we've got a room on the other side. Make sure that aligns. Connect those two, and that connection is through an open door, so we don't need to do anything. That's the set as the default. This room has Gorayas inside of it. Goraya. It should be singular. Should be singular. Goraya. Red, and there's 3 of them. I think there's a drop here, though, so that will change that. See, that's the place where we got a... that goes away. For right now, did I have Goraya red too? Okay. I did use the singular there. Nice. Come in here. And then they do drop the... So this is also an item. Doesn't matter if it's in a dungeon, it doesn't. This is another item. Just call it an item. And then this is where we get to name that item. Oh, this is fun. Because we're here, and it is a item dash bow dash red. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, right? I don't know how better else to do that at that point. We got our check mark there. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so this room has a key all by itself. Interesting. It's got a locked door up on the top. So the key all by itself then is just a key. And then we have the IGN, what do they call them? Are they wall monsters? I think they're literally called wall monsters. Of all the names. Wall master. Sorry, wall master. I mean, this is pretty dope. The graphics and everything are so dope. I mean, that's why I think this one won. Just a very, very simple, engaging, great user experience, easy controls. Like, what makes this game great, right? But first, we have to count the wall masters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 8. At least 8. Holy macaroni. So we've got, there's a key, and then there are wall master. The word. It was, right? Wall master, yep. And 8 of them. Cool. I don't know. I got capital key some places, and then lower key some other places. Shoot. Capitalized or not? I got some discrepancies in here, people. I don't like it. My naming convention is breaking down right in front of my eyes. All right. Good. We go down into the empty room, and that's where the compass is going to be, so we can finish that out. So we'll do a C with the blue. There's a map and the compass related. Why not make them the same color, just different letters? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keys. So keys 8. It also has the compass, so it's item compass. So now it's already got a blue check mark because it is that item a map. What's the difference between an item? No, compass is a subset of that. So compass should be its own thing, I think. Maybe. How do we do that already? Can I duplicate a rule? Duplicate that rule. Compass. See. I like it a lot. So 8 keys. Da, 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 da. May 12th is when the game's coming out. Tears of the Water, Tears of the Wind, Tears of the Child. I don't know what the name of it was. Hey, who's ever out there watching? How's it going? Let me know if you got any questions. I'm just working on a level design part of a course here. I got to shut down in about 2 minutes. Ooh, this is the room I was at. Got to shut down because I got to get some work done, but I wanted to finish out this as part of my game design course that I'm working on. A map of the level with iconography, talking through some of the decisions around the iconography, also showing how to use lucid charts. Conversation over here about the decision tree. Technically, since I had at the beginning when I started laying this out, this happy accident, a decision came up in the flow chart, and I thought about using it, but then I was like, well, everything's a decision. Let's see what happens if we just use a different way of identifying a decision with iconography here for a short line. Because we knew there was going to be a whole bunch of different decisions and conditions. Using that with iconography here really saved, I think, a lot of space if we look at this now. Because right now, that map actually got pretty big. Yeah, that map got really big. It got that big because this... Yeah, this was that. Or was it here? I think it was here. So not that much, but still enough, right? Still enough. This map would have got a whole lot bigger if we had all these decisions in there. I think we did cover the decisions because there's not a lot of them. But we're in the boss room now. So let's go back over here. How do we name the boss? Boss. Yeah. And then the boss's name. Let's go to IGN. Check that out again. Being able to reference the documentation here. IGN does a really good job with this. But nope, we're under enemies. There is an actual bosses section. I may have to go. There we go, bosses. Sorry about that, folks. Is it? Nope. It's Aquamentus. Aquamentus is an emerald-colored dragon boss that spits out a trio of fireballs at a time. These fireballs gradually fan out, so you will need to move accordingly between them to escape their wrath. If you have a full health bar, simply park in the left-hand wall and pummel the boss with the sword projectiles till it dies. Laser sword. Otherwise, dodge the fireballs and close in for the kill. A couple of slashes will be more than enough. I think bombs work too. I think bombs work too, but I tell you what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna copy paste that name because I can and I will. So should it be boss first or should it be Aquamentus first? Oops. Did that formatting go when I did a Control Z? So I pasted that in and did a Control Z, and it took out the formatting. That's nice. This is good. I'm liking this a lot. Should a boss be a different? It's technically a Terminator. Actually, the Terminator comes up above because that's the Triforce room, right? But that really should be a triangle. So anyway, yeah, I got to go get some other work done. I've been streaming too long here anyway, but this is a fairly decent representation. I mean, no, this is a pretty accurate representation of the level 1 of the Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I believe almost all variables are covered in this, where you could build the game from this. There's some global decisions that you'd have to make. And dungeon layouts, although I'm going to argue right now, dungeon layout could be the same for all of these rooms. It'd make it more not as fun or interesting of an experience, but you could use the same layout for every single room, other than where the doors are, entrances, passageways. So anyway, I'm gonna head out, yo. I appreciate where am I at? I'm right here. Appreciate everybody who checked this out. If you're checking it out right now, I don't see anything in the comments, so maybe I know you, maybe I don't. But I have to get some other work done. This entire 2-hour stream, I started out with some sports cards, worked on a few other things, played with the LEAI. I'm going to cut that one out first. That LEAI stuff, email assistant, that's pretty cool. I got to figure out my subscription so I can actually do a full video on that. But take care, and I will stream soon and have the bits of this chunked out sometime, someday. Later, y'all.